All right, let's go. We're in the finals, guys. We are in the finals. It's going to be herO going up against Byun. Another great TVP. This is going to be a best of 5. In the top left, we have Byun. In the bottom right, we have herO. And here we go. This'll look different. herO has a very different style, more aggressive style than Creator. A herO versus Byun game in a best of 5. Let's say this goes to 5 games. We'll probably have fucking 3 games where they both are not like barely mining at points. Like they both can be super aggro. So definitely going to be an interesting one. Excited to see this. And yeah, so up comes the probe. Just some light probe harassment here. Really trying to put as much damage out as possible. I used to do this a lot with Protoss, like send the probe over and then just run him around, gain shields, and attack again. It's like annoying, but seriously not. I've seen a lot of people focusing on this today. Maybe this is becoming meta or something. I mean, it's annoying for Terran, but well, that's pretty low, actually. That one's pretty damn low, isn't it? He's got 2 very low SCVs. Gotta be careful, though. That one's on gas. Oh, I don't like putting it on gas. If it's on gas, Protoss can time out and come over and hit it as it comes out, and you can't repair. You gotta be careful about that, man. That's like, honestly, ooh, yeah. You also can't just send it through the line, because a really quick snap attack move will do that. Now, for the guys asking in the chat, this is not Liquid herO, and no, Liquid herO does not play anymore. I don't actually know what he does. All right, so Reaper comes out and will end up killing this. Obviously, he's seen the factory, he's seen the double gas. Yeah, it feels like that probe was worth it. And, well, the Reaper comes across the map. Stalker on the way. We'll see if he just goes into the Twilight as expected. There it is. Yes, this is cool kid herO who skateboards into tournaments and then wins them. And we bring back MC the Boss Toss. Guy in the chat, you did not watch Gamers 8 with the Legends tournament. MC did play there. Now, MC is a real legend, man. Yeah, well, MC, it's so funny. I was actually talking to MC a bunch at that tournament, by the way. Oh, look at this. Okay, gets up and goes right past. Okay, sees the Twilight and everything. Gets through the mineral line. Oh, a little bit of disrupted mining, but does get picked off. Actually, there were some funny stories about MC from that Gamers 8 tournament that I'm going to talk about right before this harassment hits. So MC actually... so I was talking to him, and he plays StarCraft 1 all the time right now. MC's really, really, really good at StarCraft 1 right now. He was... By the way, before StarCraft 2 came out, he almost qualified for OSL and MSL. He was 1 game from each. From qualifying for both of them at the same time right before StarCraft 2 came out. Then came to StarCraft 2 and became the best Protoss for the first 5 years. So anyways, really he was fucking good before. He's really good again. He plays all the time. Anyways, so he's in Gamers 8. I was talking to him, and he's like, oh, shit. Like, I'm actually a bit nervous about MVP and MMA. Like, they're pretty good, right? I'm like, dude, you're going to win this easily. And he's like, no, why would I win? He's like, Terran's Imba. Like, Terran always beats Protoss now. I'm like, dude, not at the level you guys are playing at. You are going to win this tournament. And he didn't really believe me. And then I heard he was practicing with Fantasy in StarCraft 1 because MC's in great shape in StarCraft 1. So he helped Fantasy practice because Fantasy had to play against Bisu. So he helped Fantasy a whole bunch. And then Fantasy asked him on the last day, he's like, actually, I need to play a few StarCraft 2 games because I have to play tomorrow. And so he played a few StarCraft 2 games and then won the tournament. Fucking legend. All right, good mine drop goes off. Gets 4 probes there. Meantime, This Adept somehow sneaks his way in. Going to get a couple SCVs, but get picked off. The Raven going around the map right now. Going to get some harassment done there at that natural expansion. All right, drops that auto turret, and going to be a little bit annoying there. Looks like he's only going to get one kill, but it's annoying to have to deal with. Stalkers walk up here for herO. Going to go ahead, blink out. Who was better, herO or Bomber? What? It's some completely different eras, my man. Completely different eras. Bomber doesn't play anymore, so herO's better. Gonna fly past, go in the back of the main base, and do some additional harassment in a little bit, no doubt. A little blink up here from herO. Plenty of Marines there covering that siege tank. Can't really blink forward. Ooh, he might, though. But a second siege tank just got sieged. Dude, this is gonna be crazy if he does it. Oh, he does it! Oh, he's crazy! Oh, he's crazy! Had enough for the one shot, and look at this. Almost killed that Prism. Almost killed the Prism. Byun gonna have to back up here, though. If he had snapped that Prism's little dirty pencil neck, then he would have just wrecked this game. But, you know, herO gets out, has a lot of stalkers here, re-rotates in, blinks forward. Dude, he is going ham right now. Gonna get the bunker? No, just barely not gonna get the bunker. Actually, if he had stopped in front of the bunker and taken one more volley, he would have gotten it, but I think he was afraid that the units were closer. And if they had sandwiched him there, that could have turned bad really quick. Goes right back up, man! Calls Byun out on not keeping any SCVs at that bunk. Gets that kill. All right, another pressure up here in the main base by herO. What's up, Don't Defense? We're going to pause him.
Fantasy won the Brood War tournament?
Why? Because he's tearing.
Player SC2 a lot and learn from it.
Yeah.
Said it during interview.
Oh, absolutely.
You know why MC won SC2 tournament? Because he played Brood War. Maybe if you play more SC2 you'd be 2,500 by now, and I donoed the $200.
Okay, thank you, Don't Defense. I'm going to pause donos for now since we're in the finals. We'll play any more in between. And actually, I have some words based on what you just said there. I don't completely disagree with you. Okay, so right now on 3 bases here, we have herO moving out once again, staying very aggressive on the map, adding more gates as well. Couple Zealots being warped in. Templar Archives on the way. It's cool to see the amount of Templar Archives that we're seeing PvT earlier right now. We definitely went through a period with far less of them. Okay, so blinks forward to take out this this bunker very quickly. Brings up, look at this, the Immortal, a key part of this. Targets on that siege tank, force fields the ramp. And, I mean, this is a lot of damage with a second force field there, and I'm not sure why he's putting Zealots in the main base, because all the units are stuck there, so that seems wasteful, but the force fields at the bottom of the ramp are absolutely fantastic. Deals a bunch of damage here. Does have to blink away, though. So it looks like he killed a good amount of SCVs. He killed the tank. He killed the bunker. He killed a barracks in there. I mean, that's a lot of damage. herO is definitely controlling this game right now. Without any doubt, controlling this game. All right, now, yeah, like 5 additional Zealots. Okay, so he's just warping in Zealots at the moment. Psystorm is on the way as his source of splash damage. Looks like he's getting ready to take this 4th base. I don't believe another attack is incoming from herO. I think what he's doing at this moment is just kind of preparing. See, the Observer is trying to... Oh, my God, I can't believe he got that out of there. He's waiting for him to come down the ramp. He's just preparing to crush any incoming attacks. All right, so Byun is kind of stuck right now, especially as Psystorm just finished. That's going to make it so much harder to come out this ramp, honestly. I feel like he needs a drop somewhere to buy time, but I think he's just going to get smashed. Look at that. The storms come out. The charge lots just eat through everything. GG. A little bit of a smash in there, game number 1. Actually, I want to talk about what Don't Defense donoed there about Fantasy 1 because he learned from StarCraft 2. Yeah, he did say something to that effect. That's a true... This is a real thing. You can learn a lot. Yeah, this is a best of 5. You can learn a lot from a game playing another game. I actually talked to Viper about this. Viper, the AoE 2 GOAT. He's like a GM StarCraft 2 player. He won the first AoE 4 tournament, right? And he actually really agrees as well. And this is something that I think deeply is if you play another competitive game with your game, especially in RTS, it actually makes you better because it kind of opens your mind to thinking about more ideas and stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that. Okay, let's go into game number 2 here. Ancient Cistern. All right, in the top right, we have Byun. Bottom left, we have herO. All right. What? Viper plays StarCraft 2? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think he plays it right this second, but when Viper plays StarCraft 2, he's a Grandmaster Zerg on the European server. Guy's legit fucking great, man. Anyways, so this SCV is coming out really, really quickly. Does look like we're going to have a proxy barracks there. Comes up that ramp, sees that barracks, but there is going to be a proxy as well. I do believe. I mean, maybe there won't be. Maybe it's an eBay block, actually. Yeah, my bad, my bad. So it looks like he does want to do the eBay block. I like the eBay block, honestly. I think it's a good build. Ooh, 5 health. You got to give that a little repair. Yeah, even one health onto it. You just got to make it 2 shots so it doesn't just insta-die. So he's going to go hunting for it. He'll probably click on it, see he has 6 health, and skip it. Dude, why do you go through there? It's so obvious. Oh, he finished the eBay? You know, I once casted a game. You guys remember the American Terran Illusion? I once casted a game where he offensive eBayed, and then he actually got +1 in it. Like, he was so much better than his opponent. It was a terrible game, but it was hilarious. And the +1 finished. Anyways, the probe is still alive, but, dude, he is trying so hard to get that probe. I guess he doesn't want him to know. Now, here's the thing, okay? Byun makes the eBay. herO makes a command center. I mean, a nexus at the 3rd base location. Every time this happens, the Terran makes 4 Hellions and wins the game. Every fucking time. Every time. You can't block Hellions from destroying the space. They will run up, and you won't have enough units, and your probes will get fried. So, I want to see herO prove me wrong. I want to see it. I'm waiting. I want to see it. You know, like, maybe if you built a full Sim City there or something? I don't even know, man. And if you put every unit down there, the Hellions could run into the main base. It's just there's so many problems with taking a Nexus here. You really need that choke. You know, we don't think about it as often, but, like, we've seen it enough times now. We've seen it enough times. 2 Hellions come out. I don't want to see him hit with 2. 2 isn't the right number. You wait for 4. Because if you go in with 2 and you lose 1 or take damage on 1, then suddenly it's like, well, he's going to start popping them a lot quicker. Even that was a good move. That was a really good move from Byun. I like that. Get the force field out. If he's not there, he's screwed. If he is there, he just throws down a force field. You can't even let 1 in because it'll kill it, right? I guess if you have a unit just about to pop, maybe not. Now, here's the 4 Hellions. Dude, he's mixing it up by going here. Oh, and he just runs into the main? Not what I expected, but, you know. You can't even protect your main, apparently. There was actually more units in the main than at the third, is the fucking hilarious part. Now he's killed 7 probes. There was more units in the main than at the third. So he could have gone to the third, and he would have done even better than that. I want you to think about that for a moment. And still he gets 7. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Don't make your Nexus at that third. I know it's good for you, so that's why I'm telling you what to do. So, Immortal on the way here. Ah, Templar Archives, Immortal and Templar, or Twilight. Sorry, Twilight. Sometimes I get Citadel and Twilight confused. That's the first time with Templar Archives, though. Now, comes up with the Observer. Okay. Oh, you know what? He's going to get charge, I think. Yep. He's getting charge. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what is he doing with this? This is weird. So, in a situation like this, where you're feeling like you're behind, it can be really good, especially here, right? Like, he's flying the Observer through. You can see he's making a lot of Marines. He's making a lot of Siege Tanks. There's a push coming. So you get charge and you make Immortals nonstop, and then you smash the army that comes out. You know, this is a ground-pounding army that herO's making. It's a good idea. But this push is coming maybe a little bit quicker than he's going to be ready for. But again, it's a good idea. Observer's going to try to spot this incoming. He's going to have 2 Immortals so far, right? Am I wrong on that? Does he have 1 only? I think he has 2. Yeah, there's the 2. There's the 2. But charge is not ready quite yet. That's a good split. That was a good pre-split, I think. Oh, dude, that's not what you wanted. But he actually still has enough, LOL. That is so funny. That is so funny. I actually thought Byun may have found the secret timing to stop the ground-pounding force from destroying him, and then it still does. That's rough. That's rough. Now look at this. He's going to have charge. He's getting a prism. He's just adding a bunch of gates and Templar Archives. Ah. With 2 Immortals, too? Yeah. The game just turned around completely. How funny is that? How funny is that? That's the thing, right? Like, you kill 1 Terran army, and it's like, well, I mean, once stim, combat shields, all that's done, and you have production, okay, you'll be able to refill Marine Marauder pretty quick, and it'll be pretty good. But, like, for the amount of money he put into those siege tanks, that was definitely really good for herO. Oh, my God. He's trying to go for stim, but it's combat shields. Ooh. Look at this. Targeting Immortals, too? That was really well done. herO is playing pretty awesome. Despite the terrible Nexus and losing 7 probes there. Just coming back immediately. Look at this. Continuing to harass as well. Double Medivacs is headed out. It might be going over Stalkers. I'm not entirely sure. I am not entirely sure. Oh, it's 1 Stalker. Oh, a feedback maybe? No. Alright, at least the Vikings will get rid of this prism. That might save his life. That's a possibility. Yeah, I don't think you can attack into this now. Without the prism? No. He's like, no, it's fine. I have a prism at home. It's called a pylon. Like, I don't know if that works, man. It takes a while to walk across the map. Alright, comes up. He is going to bust the bunker. Alright, a storm goes down. Decent storm. The mines did reasonably well there, and he's got all these buildings in the way that makes it really hard for the Zealots to get good damage. You can try to poke this all with the Immortals and, like, storm stuff. But
Gauntlet Wizard donated $4.20. RT,
what's up?
There's new RT's games coming out. You should mix it up.
Yeah?
I would love to see you cast with T90 or Dave. Trade places and go cast BW on their streams and then come cast Summer with them on yours.
Well, I don't know T90. I know Dave pretty well. He's a great guy. Something like that could be fun. Thank you for the idea, Gauntlet Wizard. But okay, so we're going in for an attack again. herO just wants to end this game, man. It's noontime there. He just wants to go eat lunch or go to bed or something. He is trying to finish it right this second. And GG takes a 2-0 lead. Okay. Whew. herO, I mean, obviously Byun was really ahead after the Hellions. Like, that was a very good position. He built up a very strong army, but he... And I actually thought, I was like, oh, he's going before charge. Maybe this is good. No, man. No, not good at all. Fucking Immortals. Stalker crushes everything. Tell your mom I said hi. All right, guys. Here we go. Game number 3. Maybe the last game. We don't know. We don't know.
Artosis, can you go fucking playing Brood War already, you fucking donut? I'm tired of watching StarCraft 2. It's almost time for you to log off, and you are still casting StarCraft 2. You fucking donkey. I'm bored as fuck. I'm so bored, I'm going to let Lirak get me. Double pregnant. Go ahead. Lirak. Oh, Elias, Elaxo. Hebben deze bezwaar komen eerst.
What?
Nah, so goed voor bug.
What? What the fuck was that? Satanic verse. I don't know how you did that one. What in the world? Wild. Okay. So, we will be playing Brood War after this series. Right now, herO does lead 2-0. I mean, if he wins the next game, that'll be it. But, you know, Byun definitely had an advantage. Like, I'm not counting him out. We're on Gresfawn. This is a bigger map. Affects Terran a little bit more than it affects Protoss. Obviously, with warp prisms and stuff, like the map travel distance doesn't really matter, whereas with Terran, you do have to rally your units, so it's a little bit harder to keep that consistent pressure on. It's not like the longest map, but you know, it's a big map. It's a big map. Respawn is. I hope we actually get a big macro game out of these two, because it would be like, well, it'll probably never get to super big economies like 80 workers and stuff, because they're so aggressive, both of them. But like, you know, I'd like to see both of them healthily on 3 bases. And, you know, here obviously taking a 4th at that point, because that's like a normal, healthy game. But, yeah, I'd like to see that. Rather than them just killing so many workers early on, you know it's going to end. All right, probe going out. Getting out of here before that Reaper is done. Reactor and factory once again. This has been pretty common from Byun. See what he wants to do with it, though. The factory's kind of far back. I'd imagine it's going to be that Cyclone Siege Tank build. Right, Command Center here. Tech Lab into Cyclone, Reactored Marines. Then Siege Tank and Medevac. That's, Byun has already been doing that quite a bit tonight. Oh, mine first. My bad. Never mind. Never mind. Robo on the way. We have a starport coming up. What is this Robo build? This is kind of interesting. I mean, he could just do like straight up a Colossus build or something, you know? Kind of a funny place for a Robo as well. All right, 3rd gate. Like, honestly, I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. Observer very quickly. It does look like it's just going to be a 2-base Colossus opener, which that's like a really old build. It's actually really safe. Like, even today, you can open like this. Okay, never mind, never mind. He goes Twilight, so it's just kind of a late Twilight after Observer, and it has 3 gates. So you know what? I think I understand what's going on. Okay, so he was denied scouting here, right? Like it was a wall. Like he doesn't know exactly what Byun's doing. If it's going to be some sort of one-base aggression, 3-gate observer is going to make enough units and detection that you're going to live through basically anything that can come out of there. So I think that this was a safety play from herO. And so, I mean, he's going into the Twilight. I'm sure he'll start Blink. Be surprised at anything else. Oh, well, I'm surprised at something else here. It's going to be Charge. This is a very strange opener now. This is turning completely bizarre. Now, when you see this, you're sure it's Blink, by the way, because no one just goes like 3-gate Charge. It is just not a thing at all. And in fact, he's even warping more Stalkers, which is going to sell it even harder. You know what could happen here? If he hides that it's Charge, right? And here's the thing. Movement speed increases when Charge is done, but you can turn... Well, you can't... You can turn off the Charge, but the movement speed is still there. So, like, if he realizes that the movement speed is increased and sees the Zealots moving across the map, he can bring all his forces to the front. But if he thinks it's Blink, which is what he should think here, and he has half his units in his main, and then the rest of the army shows up, like that could be like a very powerful move, I guess. Very weird opener here from herO, though. Regardless, very weird opener. Triple Archives coming up. Raven waiting. It's a very low medevac, right? It's gonna be hard for him to actually pull this off. Yeah, that's super low. I think you just let that sit there. I think I'd unhotkey that thing. Oh, he brings out a High Templar. He's going to try to feedback it. Gets out. Nice move. Byun escapes. That's a cute little wall. It's like that L shape from Tetris. Alright, well, I always like a move like that. Trade your mana for 2575 in Super Robo build time. Third Nexus coming up. This is, again, such a strange build that we're looking at here. Because he went Charge, and it's like, well, I guess if your opponent attacks, that would have been good, but nothing happened, and now we're just kind of sitting here taking a third Nexus. Like, nothing for herO very optimized this game. He's read things wrong a couple times. It's not the end of the world. But Byun should be feeling relatively comfortable, I guess. Does definitely need to get a Ghost Academy up.
Ready for dust off.
All right, the observer seeing that is a little bit of a pain in the butt. Still not really finding damage here with the Raven either. A little bit rough. What am I? Oh. Is that bait to boost in? No. What? What am I even looking at? What was that? Alright, comes up into the third base. Dude, this is so funny. Rush Charge. He doesn't have any Zealots. Are you serious? He's got Adept Stalker with Charge. Super sick game. Super sick game, guys. I am not sure what I'm looking at right now. Alright, looks like he is going to get into that Colossi tech. I mean, possibly Disruptor. But I'd probably want to get Colossi at this point. Blink is on the way. That's good because he does have Stalkers. I hope that he just makes Adepts from here. So he just, like, is trying to make things that he doesn't have upgrades for. Oh, a Zealot. Okay, so that Zealot's going to have Charge. So hold on, where is he? I hope we see that Zealot charge in and have a sick battle. All right, down goes the Adept. 2 Colossi being pumped out. Dude, I swear to God, I think he has 1 Zealot right now. He has that 1 Zealot he warped in. This is such a strange game. There he is. There he is. He's guarding our High Templar in the main base. I'm glad that guy has a bodyguard. That's good. That's good. That's literally his... He went charge first on 3 gates. And that's his Zealot. We're 9 minutes in now. All right, now he's warping in some Zealots. Now that Blink is done, finally. Okay, Disruptors and Colossi. Well, we are getting into that big macro game, right? Solid 3 base for Byun, 4 base for herO, right? Normal stuff. Now we can see how they kind of control this later game army instead of all the aggression that we've had earlier on. I would say that Byun got here in a cleaner way. Now, Byun's early harassment didn't do anything. It was a mine drop and a Raven, so it's not the end of the world that those 2 things didn't do anything. And in fact, he got the medevac with the mines out, right? The Raven did end up dying in a most anticlimactic way, but it does feel like Byun kind of got here a little bit better. His unit comp is pretty decent. Not that herO's is bad at all. He has a good smattering of Phoenix, not Phoenix, Colossi, you know, Disruptors, High Templar. His upgrades are looking pretty good with 2-2, really quite far along. He's got 7 Zealots now. 8 High Templars out. That's kind of crazy. A lot of ghosts, though, so you do have to watch out. Like, a lot of the strength of herO's army right now is in those High Templars. Loses a few Stalkers. Byun maxed out. Now, if herO sits completely defensively, it is hard for Byun to attack in. He's getting the Ghost Academy. That Ghost Academy is rather late for how long we've had High Templars with Storm in the game. But honestly, we've had, like, no real engages, so it's okay. Everything is turning out to be okay on both sides because they're both kind of just sitting there. I would like to see Byun preparing a slightly different composition than what we see him on right now. Yeah, a little bit annoying here. This is not that big a deal. Byun is setting up at 80 workers as well as herO. But anyways, we see that he's actually adding a lot of missile turrets and he's adding a lot of Vikings. And both those are... that's reasonable. You know, the Viking Ghost Marine Marauder medevac. It's a good comp. Ooh, those were pretty good feedbacks, honestly. Those were pretty good feedbacks. That is a good comp, but honestly, I like Liberators more nowadays. I really like Heavy Liberator. Okay, and see, he just put down the Fusion Cores. I said that, right? So, getting +2 attack plus Liberator, you just start wrecking Stalkers. You start wrecking everything. So I think he is going towards that. He does have the Vikings for now, which are going to really do a great job of pushing back the Colossi because he has a very healthy number. He had 13 there. I think he lost 1. More command centers, more medevacs. 2-2 is about to finish. Of course, that Fusion Core, once again, that is going to be for Liberator range, which is going to be really good from here. Okay, target. Okay, actually, the Disruptor shot, not as big a deal. Those 2 were pretty good. Might be able to pick these off. Get some sort of value out of that. Oh! Oh! Absolutely brutal. Well, this attack from herO is kind of insane, but he is breaking everything. Some good disruption balls. Also have the Psystorms going down everywhere. He loses the Colossi rather quickly. And does he have a Prism? Where? I don't think he does. So, like, the reinforcement is a little bit slow, but GG is called. And that is going to be that. That's going to be a 3-0 for herO.